Ah, winter. That most wonderful time of the year where the nights get longer, the days get shorter, it gets darker, it gets colder. Everyone starts whinging about how much their heating bills are going to cost because the electricity companies and gas companies start jacking up the prices, and we keep getting lots of warnings about how there could be power shortages. Because of course we just don't have the infrastructure in this country that we need as far as power is concerned. On a completely unrelated note, I've been to the shops and bought some stuff that was just completely on a whim, and that stuff would happen to be Star Wars stuff, namely this, and this, and this. What are they, you might ask? Well, stick around and you'll find out. First up, we have what appears to be a lightsaber, but it's actually a pen apparently. Can't see when I look at that initially, I really see what looks like a pen, but it does say that it's a pen, and apparently it glows blue. Pen lid can also be a desk stand. Try me, press tip. And then lots of people have obviously been pressing the tip. Oh, right, yes, of course, there you go. When you hold the pen down, that's the nib there. It lights up. Probably light up better in the dark. We'll have to give that a try sometime. There's the instructions on how to use it. I think I know how to use a pen. But of course it also has bits and pieces for lights and so on. Right. Let's see, how do we open this? Do I use the force? Do I try to open it with the power of my mind and my midi-chlorian count? No, of course I don't. I just grab some scissors and hope that I got that right the first time. No, I didn't. Let's just try here and here. Try to keep it in the frame, but failed miserably. Oh, I've got a tear. I've got a tear. Let's rip the packaging. Yes, that's it. It's coming free. Deafening crack of plastic. I think we can hopefully see the plastic is dead. Oh, that didn't feel too good. Right, first impressions. That was the first bit of the lightsaber pen I touched, and it's just rubbery. It's just clear, transparent. Whoop, plastic. Oh yes, and the pen works. I've just stabbed myself almost with a pen tip, and it's gone right up. Well, a small section of my hand really, but there you go. But yes, I feel like really dirty, cheap. Oh, and somewhat already damaged. Yeah. Yes, it's definitely damaged already. It's nothing to do with me and packaging. I think it probably got damaged like that before it even got put in there. I don't know if it shows up that well, but maybe if I light it up. You can see the LED at the bottom there. You can see it casts quite a good bit of light there. Apparently it's supposed to be Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, and to be honest, I don't really pay that much attention to the actual shape of the lightsabers when I watch the movies. And to be brutally honest, I haven't seen the movies in quite a while. But the texture's nice and everything. It feels quite good otherwise, apart from that, which is a bit of a disappointment. This bit unscrews so you can get to the pen nib. Yes, well. But it feels like it's going to be incredibly uncomfortable. I mean, you're basically going to be holding it with your fingers there. And that is raised. It's not sharp plastic, but it definitely cuts into your hand. Into your hand, your fingers. Yeah. You've got this lid here, so it looks more like a traditional lightsaber, except you've got an incredibly sharp blade. Must be running low on its energy, but it stands up quite nicely. You can't light it up when it's like that, of course, but yes, let's just take a look at what the instructions say about what we have to do here. You have to take a small screwdriver, unscrew that bit there, and then insert batteries. Oh well. We'll just detach that for the time being. Next up, the Millennium Falcon bottle opener. magnetic, sticks to your fridge, and anything else made out of a magnetic metal. So it won't work against aluminium. And I believe possibly titanium, but don't quote me on that. And there you go, an example on the bottle of the force of the Millennium Falcon being used to open something. I assume it's beer, but you never know. Warning, this product contains magnets or magnetic components. Magnets sticking together or becoming attached to a metallic object inside the human body can cause serious or fatal injury. Seek immediate medical help if magnets are swallowed or inhaled. How the hell do you inhale a magnet? Do you powder it out and just do lines of the stuff or something? Yes, well, there you go. Nice enough looking representation of the Millennium Falcon. Looks like there's supposed to be a button there for something, but it might just be the way it's designed. Yeah, decent enough representation for what it's supposed to be. It's not going to win any design awards beyond that which it has in the hearts and souls of fanboys. Rip, rend, tear, destroy. Free. There we go. Feels nice and solid. Although that said, well, I suppose, yeah, it's the Millennium Falcon. It's, you know, I suppose I could recreate scenes of the ship doing stuff, but flying around in space, disappearing, shooting across the screen like that. Or like that. You know, all those are the space shots. All those are the space shots we've seen for decades now. You've got the gun turret on the top. You've got the sensor disc there. You've got what I assume are escape pods, but I'm not one of these hardcore fans that goes around looking up every single little detail about every single thing about every little show. I do go through periods of that, of course, but then I get out of those periods. And by periods I do mean periods of time, not a period as in what happens to a woman once a month. Get your minds out the gutter. Let's see, we've got PE here, we've got Xeon Star 98 as writing here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. Oh, and yes, of course, the legendary phase, made in China. So that's your mark of quality. So there's your magnet, there's your bottle opener bit. Yes. There you go, it's the Millennium Falcon. What else could you possibly want? An Imperial Star Destroyer bottle cooler, maybe? That would be interesting. That would definitely be the drunk side of the Force. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I won't give up my day job, don't worry. And then we have Darth Vader's head on a tin of something or other. Shall we see what's in? Well, I'll give you a hint first of all. Have a little read. Darth Vader tinned mints. Yeah, Darth Vader. That's not a name that inspires anything. Darth Vader, on the other hand, sounds like a bizarre cross between Coronation Street, a British soap opera, and of course Star Wars. And if you're a Coronation Street fan and Les Dawson is on, no, I always get Les Dennis and Les Dawson mixed up for some reason. I know one's been dead, and one's very much still alive and used to be married to some woman who's on Britain's Got X Talent or something like that. But he used to be on a comedy show in the 80s, headed by Russ Abbott, and they used to do parodies of Coronation Street, and he would always do an impression of one character called, I think she was called Mavis, and he would always parody her catchphrase was something along the lines of, "I don't really know either," and he became just as well known for that phrase as the actual character was. And now he's actually appearing on the show. Not that I actually watched the show, I just saw it in passing and thought, oh my god, what were the odds? But anyhow, let's just see if we can open this up. Oh my god, they've actually somehow managed to make the Plastic, as tough as a tin should be. Eh well, scissors to the rescue. Quite sinisterly, I use that left-handed. Yes, you can use some scissors left-handed, even if you are right-handed. It's just the way they're designed to work, I suppose, nowadays. Ambiguity. So there you are, Darth Vader in all his helmeted glory. Quite stylised. It's not quite the Vader I remember. For one thing, where's the rest of him? Is that actually a tin, or is it some of the material they've made out of? Oh my god. Ah, there we go, if you go for the corner. And it's easy to open, and, Okay, so it's sealed, but you can still smell everything. Yep, smells like mint. Look. The world from how Vader sees it if he dares not look through his eyepieces. Let's see, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a various assortment of... Oh, it's all Darth Vader's helmet. Yes, now you two can put Darth Vader's helmet in your mouth. Yeah, yeah. And you can munch on it. You can put Darth Vader's helmet inside your mouth, between your lips, and you can suck on it, or you can chew on it, and you can possibly even swallow on it. Yes, that doesn't bear thinking about, does it? Well, the chances are you probably can't really put the real thing inside your mouth, because it probably got burnt off in that volcano. Yeah, I think the puns can stop now. That's not really what I was aiming for with this show, to be honest. I've got to be honest. I could do with something to freshen my mouth because I have been talking for quite a while. It's 12.5 minutes according to the viewfinder. At some point I have got to learn how to make these shows actually shorter. I suppose I could do a whole load of jump cuts. So let's just see a little bit of a close-up on Vader here. I think that's as focused as it's going to get, because let's face it, that's so small. So it's completely identical on both sides. Nothing else to say there. Smells like a mint. Let's put it in my mouth and, well, do what comes naturally. Well, that's it resting on my tongue. That's me putting it off to one side. It's not much in the way of actual taste. It does linger a little, but it's so chalky. It's just more chalk than anything else. It's ever so slight a hint of mint. The fact that you can smell so much when you actually hold the bag up or open the bag for the first time must simply be the fact that there's so many in there. I'm going to do something rather risky. I'm going to bite Darth Vader's helmet. And disappointingly, it didn't make much of a noise. But on the other hand, it is a taste sensation. As quite literally, as that has just entered the rest of my mouth, it has managed to actually chuck up quite a lot of taste. You're not going to get much taste, I think. You're not going to get much of the taste of the mint just from sucking on it. I think you do actually have to bite it and free it. It must be mostly contained within the centre. It's just enough to actually take you by surprise. It's actually not quite bad. It's somewhat pleasant, actually. But there, yes, there you go. That's Darth Vader's helmet, as bitten by me and chewed by me, and oh, you know where I'm going with that. May the Force be with you.